Hello, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. I am going to see if I can find me on another device. So just give me a minute to find it. There we go. Hopefully on this one, it'll show me when somebody joins us live. How is everybody? I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome. Come on in. I am so glad you are here. Good to see everybody. My name is Kristen Conant, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and you are joining me live here in the Encircled With Love Stampin' Studio. Happy August, everybody. Wow. I feel special today. We actually hit the first of the month. Today is the 1st of August. When I say that, I'm meaning it seems like I always hit another number. I never hit the 1st of the month, so it seems kind of a celebratory type thing we should be doing, huh? Anywho, I hope everybody is doing well. While we are jumping on here and gathering together, you want to go grab a piece of paper and a pencil, because you're going to want to write some of this information down that I'm sharing with you today, because you will not want to miss out on all the things, okay? So, the 5th of August coming up, we are going to have a last chance update online that happens on August 5th. This is something that has never been done before. With this last chance update, they are going to put on there some of the items that they have from the 2025 celebration. Remember, celebration was January, February of this year. Well, apparently they have enough stuff left that they are going to put that for sale in the last chance items starting August 5th. Now, last chance items, remember, are while supplies last only. So if there's something you want, you are going to want to put your order in right away so you do not miss out on getting those, okay? Once these items are gone, they are gone. So again, August 5th. Now, August 5th is going to, you're going to hear that a lot today, because we have things coming August 5th. Not only do we have the update on the clearance rack, but we are going to have 3 new kits come out that are online. And we are also having a sale on the 25 through 27 in color products. You will receive 15% off on the in color products from the 25 through 27 collection. Those are those brand new colors that just came out. Say what? I know, right? Oh my gosh. They're just launched to us and they're already having a sale, which is so exciting. So if you have been waiting and haven't gotten some of these items, now's your chance. So August 5th, you want to jump on. Like I said, they are going to offer them at 15% off. And again, it's only while the supplies are available from August 5th through the 31st, meaning if one of the colors of something sells out, and it'll come back in stock after August, but the sale will not be. Therefore, you cannot get those items on sale because the sale ends the 31st of August. So don't wait. You've been waiting already to get these added to your crafting stash. So August 5th, you're going to want to go online for that as well. Celebration items that were, again, from the 25 January, February celebration period. While supplies last, they are refreshing the last chance items. Okay, today is the 1st of August, so now you have until August 10th to sign up for the August Paper Pumpkin. What is Paper Pumpkin? It is a box of crafting fun that is delivered to you in your mailbox. And for this month, it makes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 different designs. You get the envelopes. These items in these Paper Pumpkin kits are exclusive, meaning that is the only way you can get them. Everything is got directions ready for you to assemble. There could be some stamping involved. There's, of course, adhesives in there for you. The sentiment stamps for the outside and inside of the cards are going to be in this one. And you also can get the 1" by 1" cubes. Not all of our colors are offered in our catalogs or online in the 1" cubes. So that is also an exclusive for these. Not only are the stamp sets and the kits themselves, but the ink that is offered in there. And this one coming up is Secret C. And for those of you who know me, have been coming to class, know one of my favorite colors from this In Color collection is Secret C. It is the very dark blue. No, it is not black, and it is darker than navy. And this color is amazing. It goes with everything. It actually, I've heard several people say that it's actually become their replacement in many ways to black. Black can be very, very stark and harsh. This one's so dark that you think it's black, but yet it's soft. It's not as harsh as black. So if you are looking for an alternate to your black ink, Secret C, I am sure, will become your next favorite color. So excited. Then there's an additional stamp set included in August. It says free additional stamp set included. So not only do you get the stamp set that is designed for the kit, but there's a bonus. So sign up for Paper Pumpkin. You guys, don't wait. Stampin' Up! Started over a year ago, coming out with a set of dies that coordinates with a quarter's worth of Paper Pumpkins as they're released. So quarter, you know, like a calendar quarter or a financial quarter, January, February, March, April, May, June. Now we're on July, August, and September. They have come out with the set of dies that coordinates with the July, August, and September Paper Pumpkins. Do you need these to finish the products? No, you don't. But it coordinates with them. And don't let this fool you. I keep forgetting to grab mine to show you, but I know the dies look small here. They're not. They're bigger than what you think, and they are awesome. You will love having these in addition to your, included in your craft stash. So, Paper Pumpkin's a lot of fun. If you used to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you have not checked it out in a while, now is your time. You're going to want to, because they have come a very long ways from the beginning. So, check that out. Okay, released in July were some, right? Yes, I believe it was July. They released 2 kits. Stampin' Up! Was going to be releasing some more here very soon. These kits are so fun. Again, it's similar to the Paper Pumpkin in that your projects, all the things you need for that are included in there outside of maybe a pair of scissors. Where's my Halloween people at? If you like to decorate your goodies that you hand out for Halloween. How cute is this? Maybe your children swap with their friends, your grandkids. How cute are these for them to make for their friends? And the other kit that we had come out with is this one. It is called the Birthday Fancy Kit. And something they've never done before. Every card in this kit is different. Usually we have duplicates, right? As I just stated in telling you what the paper pumpkin was, there's 3 different cards, 3 of each. This one, you get all different cards, all birthday themed, but they all look different. How cool and fun is that? And I have been told, I have not purchase these kits for myself, but I've been told by others that there are pieces left over, just saying, so you can use those items to create even more cards. So where do you see our kits? Good question. I'm glad you asked. Go online. Above on the table, you will see my link to my store. If you want to check out everything that Stampin' Up! Has to offer, you do need to go online and check that out. Click around, take a look. Not everything Stampin' Up! Offers is in a publication, meaning it's not in a catalog. I know, it's hard changing. We are so used to seeing everything that Stampin' Up! Had to offer in catalogs, but that's not the way things are done today, right? Everybody goes online to do their shopping. So jump online, because I don't want you to miss out on anything. You're going to want to on August 5th anyways, because of the update, the refresh to the last chance list. See what new products they're adding to that list are available, and all the things that are coming out. Also, while you're online, not only will you see kits and paper pumpkin, but you'll see these online exclusives. What are online exclusives? These are more products other than what you see in our catalogs. So don't miss out on these, because they are just as good, and dare I say sometimes maybe a little better in many ways than what is in the catalog. I know, can you believe I said that? But it's because I don't want you to miss out. These items that are offered online are absolutely amazing. As my stampers here that come to the Create With Love studio find out, because they'll come here and they'll play, of course, and make cards. And they're like, well, I don't remember seeing this. Then that tells me you have not been online. No, why do I want to go online? Because you're missing out. See, you just fell in love with these products that you used in making this project, and these are online exclusives. So you need to get on there. Go check it out. Don't miss out on the things. Okay, we're in August. Oh my gosh, Monday is my last class for August, my one and only class for August. We are doing the beautiful gallery suite of products. It is too late to RSVP for this, but I want to share with you my class schedule, because you can mark your calendar every month and know what my class schedule offering is. The first and last Monday of the month, I offer product-based classes. The product changes, as does the fee, depending on which products I choose for those classes. You do need to RSVP for my product-based classes 3 weeks prior with the prepayment, because I am placing an order for you to order those products that you're going to be using at class. That allows time for them to be shipped here and allow me time to cut your card kits. So you don't have to worry about any of the cutting of any of the projects that we do the night of class. I do all the cutting and the prep work for you. You just get to make the cards and have fun. And add to your card making stash. But there is lots of goodies left over of those products that you have purchased beforehand. that you will get to take those home, and you can either recreate the cards we do here in class, or of course create cards of your own. Now, in the product-based class, you will get the DSP, usually a ribbon of some sort and an embellishment. You do not get extra cardstock. You do not get the stamp set and dies or stamp set and punch. If those are things that you know that you are in love with of the suites and the projects that I'm offering, what we can do is pre-order those for you with those products that I'm ordering for class, so that they can be here for when class is over. Then you can go straight home and make all the projects, right, that we do here. So of course you would need the stamp set and dies, you'd need the cardstock, and of course the inks, unless you have some of that already at home. But nevertheless, I'm just sharing that with you to let you know that during the class, you purchase the DSP, the ribbon, and the embellishments, okay? So all the other things are not included, or should I say, not extra to take home. You have everything that you need to make the 6 cards that we do. So just to let you know, again, first and last Monday of the month are product-based classes. The second Monday of the month, I do a 10-card class. What is a 10-10? Everybody's like, what is it, 10 cards for $10? No. It's 10 cards. Each card is designed to take you 10 minutes or less to make. These are quick cards. It's a fun way for you to replenish your card stash at home. So when things arise in your life and you need that card for somebody, you've got one ready to go. Excuse me. So the cards are designed to be the quicker cards. They're still super duper cute. But yeah, so my 10-card class, you do not need to prepay ahead of time. You do need to RSVP 2 weeks prior so that I can have a card kit cut and ready for you to make. And so that allows me to, because I have to limit how many people are in class, it allows me to control that. Excuse me, goodness. The third Monday of every month is my 6-card class. In my 6-card class, we make we make 3 different cards, 2 of each. And in this class, again, you need to RSVP 2 weeks prior so that I can have a card kit cut and ready for you. The fee for this class is $25, or it can be free if you place a $30 order with me that night. So again, this is my skeleton calendar, meaning these are the classes that I always do. First and last Monday of the month, product base. Second Monday, 10-card class. Third Monday, 6-card class. Now, as you heard me say when we started talking about my calendar, the Beautiful Gallery class is the only class I'm doing in August, because my husband and I are checking off one of our bucket list trips, and we are going to Alaska. So I will not be back here in my office until August 3rd. So yeah, we're going to be gone for a little while. So, but I also want to remind you that Friday, I'm sorry, I will not be back in my office until September 3rd. Rather, I believe I said August. Sorry, September 3rd. We are leaving, and we'll be back September 3rd. Mark your calendars for Friday, September 5th. I will be holding my catalog launch party. We have an absolute blast at my catalog launch party. It is, in fact, a party. It is so much fun. Of course, we have snacks and beverages, but we, as Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, get to pre-order items, and whatever our pocketbook allows. So of course we can't get everything right. It'd be nice if we could, but we can't. But with that, we as demonstrators get to pre-order here in the next couple of days. And so at my launch party, you will get to see those items that I did get to purchase. We go over the catalog together, and of course you make projects using brand new items. So if you would like to attend my catalog launch party, please RSVP right away. You can still text me or email me that you want to come, but just remember, I'm going to be out of town, and so my cell phone service might be broken up very much, so you may not get a response right away, but I do need you to RSVP so that as soon as I get back, I can make sure I have enough stuff cut and ready for everybody to attend. Okay? Whew, was that enough stuff or what? This is our current catalog that's going on right now. Again, not everything we have is included in the catalog. In order to see everything that Stampin' Up! Has to offer, you can check out my storefront here, and like I said, click around to see the items that are there online. Okay, are you guys ready for today's projects? Today, don't blink. It is going to be quick but fun. So today, my projects, we are going to be using several, and I mean several different items. So that's why I say you want a pencil to take notes, not only for the classes that I offer, but for what I'm going to share with you on projects and the items that I'm using. Okay, so you can take notes. But on page 36 of our annual catalog, there is the stamp set. It's called Encircled With Love. This is the stamp set that I'm going to be focusing on. Now, there is another stamp set in the catalog that is a bundle, and it has this 1 7/8 inch circle punch in the bundle. And I forgot to mark my page, so bear with me, see if I can find it here. But the 1 7/8 circle punch is a new size circle punch for us, and it coordinates with this stamp set as well. Okay, here it is. It's on page 83 of the annual catalog, and it's called Silly Safari. Look how cute this is. Yes, I ordered the bundle. I just got this. So I can't wait to play with this and show you some of the projects we create with this. But anyhow, you can get this as a bundle. Do you have to? No. You can absolutely buy this stamp set, but I'm going to tell you something. And you can buy the punch separately. The punch is $25, and this stamp is $20. So if you buy a bundle together, it is 10% savings to you. So I was in need of a, how shall I say, a stamp set that's friendly to kids. And I love this one. Our family is big into animals, so why not? So I got the two. Now the 25 and the 20 is $45, so it would be $1 more than if you get this bundle. So I just wanted to share that with you. This one is not the bundle. Page 83 is the bundle. Again, that's where the punch is shown, so you can buy the punch separately, and you can buy this stamp set separately. So those are the stamp set and punch that I'm going to feature, but there's lots of other things. So are you ready? Hold on to your hat so I can show you everything. Let's show you this bundle. I have it. There it is. It is a photopolymer stamp set. So how cute are these? Again, I can't wait to play with these. But like I said, it also coordinates with this stamp set, which is the stamp set we're using today. Again, it's called Encircled with Love. This is our 1 7/8 inch circle punch. And we have not had this size before. So happy about that. In addition to these, on one of my cards, I am also going to be using the Spotlight on Nature's dies. If you do not have this set of dies in your crafting stash, you need to add it. These circles are so fun. And a circle, right? It's a general shape. You can use that with any of our stamp sets. But look at, yes, there's one die missing here because I'm going to use it today. But so there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different dies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 12 different dies in this set. How cool is that? And you can mix them up. You know, layer them one on top of the other. So that's fun. So I'm using that. I am going to be using some different embellishments. One of the embellishments on a card I'm using is Shades of Green Hexagons. Love these. One of the other embellishments is one of the new in color embellishments. So if you like these in color embellishments, August 5th, these are the 25 through 27 in color embellishments. Guess what? They would be on sale. Just saying. Then I'm also using these embellishments, and these are called our low profile dots. These are on, I know they're online. I'm not sure if they're in the catalog, but they are online as well. Like I said, not everything is in the catalog. So in addition to those, I'm also using some linen thread on a card, and then also our gold and silver 8-inch trim combo pack. These are also still online. Again, I'm not sure if they're in the catalog, but I'm using that. I told you, lots of stuff. I am using this builder punch that goes with the Be Mine, which is still offered. So I'm going to be using this punch on one of the projects as well. And then let's look at the DSPs that I'm going to be using. One of them is from the Boho Vibes DSP. This DSP is so fun. It is retro style, but again, it features our in colors. It has other colors mixed in, but yes, our in colors are on here as well. So how cool is that? So that was one side of them. And here is the other side. Our DSP is double-sided, so you get to choose. Okay, so that's the Boho Vibes. I am also, for one of the cards, using this package of DSP. This is called our Perennial Lavender DSP. This is in our annual catalog. I love this paper. As you can see, it is very well loved. So there's that one, and then I am using this one on another card, and this particular paper is called Marbled Elegance. This one is still available, so I'm going to be using a bit of this one. This is a specialty DSP, meaning that there's gold foiling on it. And then I am also going to be using some of our brushed gold. This is our brushed silver and gold specialty paper. So yeah, so we are going to be using some of this. Okay, now if I went too fast and you don't remember all the things that I used or did not get them written down and you would like to know, you can either go back and watch the replay again as we do this, or of course you can send me a message and I'll be glad to tell you what I used. Okay, let's get started. So this stamp set, like I said, is a brand new stamp set to me. I just got this one in. And so I want to tell you something about our photopolymer stamp sets. Number one, when it goes through the production of being created, sometimes there's an oily film on it. I'm not exactly sure how the process is done, but sometimes there tends to be a film on it. And sometimes just using our chamois cloth doesn't get it all off. Also, this is what we call a positive negative stamp, meaning wherever the dark is on this image, that is where the ink is. So can you see all that dark? Sometimes when it's a brand new stamp, it does not ink too evenly. And so what I like to do is take a buffing block. This is a block like you would go get your nails done at a nail salon. Mine just is not white anymore because it caught some overspray from some ink that I was using. But I like to do what I call conditioning my stamp. So I wiped it off on a chamois first. But I like to take this block and very lightly sand over the top of my stamp. And what that does is it just roughs up very carefully. Not a lot. It's not harsh on it. You just do it a little bit. You would have to put it under the microscope to tell that anything was done to it. And then after you rub it, I clean it on my chamois cloth. But what that does is it allows your stamp to take the ink better. I find that if you just clean your stamp and go to ink it up and you stamp again, sometimes you'll have spots where the ink actually missed. And that's because there's a residue on your stamp. So I just wanted to share that tip with you. If you do not have a stamp that's inking quite as nicely as you would like, this is, like I said, like a nail file. So it's a very, what I want to say, the grit on here is not very rough. It's a fine grit. So yeah, it does help. One of the other things you can do is you can ink your stamp up with a Versamark ink, stamp it on a scrap piece of paper, clean your stamp, and then start inking up your stamp, and you might find that will also help with that, okay? So I just wanted to share that with you. Alrighty, guys, so my first card that I'm going to share with you today, we are going to use the Boho Vibes DSP, and it actually is coming right off from this page right here. It's this card right here. So we are going to be using a piece of, I keep throwing everything on the floor over here today. I have so much here to share with you guys and show that I've like worked myself out of my space. So bear with me. Okay, so project number one again, we are going with a piece of basic white that is 8.5 by 5.5, and it is scored at 4 1/4. So we are going to line up the edges of our card, and I'm going to use a bone folder to help give a nice crisp crease to our card, so my card will be flat, okay? Then a piece of that DSP, I cut this to 4.5 by 3, okay? And so what I'm going to do now is I am going to take this one and we are going to take my dimensionals. I was looking for my dimensionals. I told you, Hot Mess Express here today. We're going to put dimensionals on here. Okay, and then we are going to peel off the backs. And you might be thinking, well, my dimensionals are white. How come yours have color on them? That's because that's another trick that I do. when you are using white dimensionals on white cardstock, sometimes it's hard to see whether you have removed the backing to the dimensionals. So I just take a highlighter and I color on my dimensional so that when I'm using it on white cardstock, by a quick glance, I can tell if I have removed the backing. That's just a Kristen thing. So now I'm going to use Daffodil Delight ink. And I forgot to share the inks with you guys that I'm using today. I am using Daffodil Delight, Pretty Peacock, and then I'm using Melon Mambo. Okay, so on this card, we are using Daffodil Delight. So now you'll be able to see what I was talking about the surface of the stamp and how much is inked up. Now, after you ink up your photopolymer stamp and you press it to your cardstock, just give it a couple of seconds for the cardstock to absorb that ink. And I think you'll like your image a little better. Just give that a little bit of time to transfer. Okay, and now we are going to come in with our 1 7/8 inch punch. Center it as best you can on the punch. Okay, and then squeeze it, and there is that. And now I'm going to take this one, and we are going to put dimensionals on here. Remove the backings. See what I'm talking about the white? I have a new sheet of dimensionals here, and it's hard to see, and I forgot to highlight it, but that way you can see what I was talking about. So now this, I'm looking at my catalog, is going to go over here like so, and now we just need to bring in these 25 through 27 in color flat pearls to decorate the front of my card. And so we are using cloud cover, and I'm going to put one here. We're going to do one up here, and we're going to do another one down here. Now they did more, but I think it looks just fine with 3. Okay, whoops, then I flipped it over. All right, so there is card number 1. Isn't that cute? Love it. All right, on to card number 2. Now, the layout that I took inspiration from came from this page as well. However, I'm changing mine up. But this card right here inspired me for our next card. Okay? So this next card, I am using a piece of Bubble Bath cardstock. Again, it is 8.5 by 5.5, so 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Gonna line up the corners of my card and try to find my bone folder that I keep hiding from myself. Here it is. And again, burnish the edge so it lays nice and flat. Then I need a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. This is for the liner. Then I need 3 pieces of Designer Series paper. One of those is 1.5 by 4.5, and this is from that Marbled Elegance. So the marbling is on one side, and the back has a non-foiled side. Then I'm also using another piece of the Marbled Elegance. These two are from the same pattern. One of them is a 1/2 inch by 4 3/4, and one of them is a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. Okay, so there's that. Then that, what do you call it? The textured gold foil paper. I went ahead and used this builder punch for the hearts, and I punched out one large heart and 3 small hearts, okay? It's stuck to the stickies on this. Okay, so there is these hearts. Let's bring those out. I've already pre-punched those. And then I grabbed a piece of that gold ribbon from the gold and silver trim pack, and this one measures, I've grabbed a piece of gold. This one is 12 inches long of the gold. All right. Okay, let's get started. So now I'm going to take my strip, a DSP, and I'm going to put adhesive on the back of it. And this is going to go down here like so, because I like to bring a little bit of the outside to the inside. And with that, I am also putting a little bit of adhesive on one of the gold hearts. And I'm putting one of the gold hearts on the liner as well. Again, bringing some of the outside to the inside. Put adhesive on here. And then this is going to go to the inside of our card. Okay, so there is that. Alrighty, so now I am going to take this piece and this piece, and I'm going to attach the two together. This one is going to go about there, so I don't need the adhesive across the whole thing, just part of it. So again, a little bit of adhesive, and then this is going to go right about, oops, there, like so. Okay, and then this one is going to get attached to our card with none other than what? Dimensionals. Yeah, that's right. Dimensionals. We love our dimensionals. Okay, now you can use the edge of your dimensionals too. This is all sticky all the way around, so use every last bit of your dimensional sheets. Okay, so now we're going to peel off the backings. Okay. And then, there we go. Whoops, sorry guys, holy cow. Earthquake. Sheesh. Okay, this is going to go on here like so. Okay, now we need to stamp our image. So I'm going to bring in my scrap piece and my Melon Mambo ink, and I'm going to ink up my stamp, and this is going down here, and hopefully I gave myself enough room. Let's double check. We're going to put it in our punch. Oh, just barely works, so doesn't it? Okay, punch that out, and there is our image. Okay, done with the Melon Mambo ink. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ribbon, and I want to start a loop. I'm just double checking the size to see if I like the size of it. So I just wove it back and forth. So I started here, went up, bent it, come back, bent it, and went to the top like so. So I'm going to flip this over. I know I want it approximately in this direction like so. So I like to hold that down And then what I like to do is you can either use Scotch tape or you can use some of our tear and tape. And I'm going to put a piece there. And let's do a piece there. Okay? Just to hold that in place. Okay? And yes, you can still pull on these and adjust them. So if you want to adjust it a little bit, you can still do that, which I do. Okay. And then we're going to give this a trim, and we're going to give this a trim like so. Okay. Now we're going to put this on our card with dimensionals as well. And grabbing my new sheet of dimensionals here. Let's do one here and let's do one here. Okay. Remove the dimensionals. And then this is going to go on here. Like so. And now these gold hearts that I have, I like to use a pair of tweezers. And so I'm going to flip these over. And we're going to put a little bit of adhesive on these. Okay. And I'm also going to be using some of these gems. So I'm going to get those out. These are those low profile dots. So this heart is going to go here. Then we're going to do a heart over here. And then I want that one kind of turned a little bit, and then we're going to do another heart over here, just like they're floating away. And now we are going to come on with some of these gems. And let's do one here. Oops. Let's do one over here. Do another one here. And let's do one more. Oops. One more, going for a larger one. Down here. Yep. And what that does is it creates a waterfall, so it draws your eye down through the card. So there is card number 2. And again, let's show you. This is where I got my inspiration, and I, of course, added these on. But can you see how that inspired me from looking at that and doing that? So the catalogs aren't just an item to order from, but it also gives you inspiration to create from. So keep that in mind. I always hang on to my catalogs just so that I have ideas from. Okay, last card is a fun fold card today. Don't worry, it is not a hard one. Let me get all my things here. Okay, and so today, this card, we are going to be using that Perennial Lavender DSP. We are going to be using some linen thread, and we are using these hexagon, shades of green hexagon embellishments. But I also need to do a little bit of die cutting on this one. It's not hard, okay? I've done most of it ahead of time. There's just one thing I need to do. But let's talk about our pieces, and then we'll do this card. So again, we are starting with another piece of cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Line up your corners. give it a burnish with the bone folder. So there we go. Then I need a piece of basic white cardstock. This measures 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. Okay. Now, you're going to do 2 scores on here. I scored my first one at 4 inches. I flipped it over, and then I scored at 6 1/4 inches. Okay. So the reason why I flipped it over is you're going to see here when you score your cardstock, the bump that is created when you score. If you remember, bury the bump. That is the direction you fold your card. So this is the bump. So this first one is going to go this way. So I want to make sure that my edges are lined up, and then I'm going to give this a burnish. Now, when you fold this first one, can you see this? Can you see that? It looks like it wasn't folded right? Because it's like a 1/2 inch difference. That is correct. For this particular fun fold, you do need this off like that, okay? Now, this is the bump on this side. So what do we need to do? What did I just share with you? Bury the bump, right? But I just seen that this is not lined up. Can you see that? Can you see how that's off? I need to correct that. So I'm going to go back, hold that in place, and you can re-burnish and persuade your paper. There we go. That's much better. Okay, back to this one. This was that 6 1/4 inch mark. Remember, bury the bump. So now this one is going to go this way, and I'm looking at this score line. I want the edge within that score line from the first one. Again, burnish that edge so it stays nice and flat. So now this is what you get. This is called a Z fold, but we are using it backwards from the way you normally do. But we have to set that aside for a second. I forgot to give you the other pieces. We need a piece of DSP that is 4 by 5 1/4. Again, this is from that perennial lavender. Then I need a piece of DSP from the same pattern that is 4 by 1/2 inch. Then I picked a different pattern out of the DSP that is 3 inches by 3 inches. And I also cut a piece of basic white that was 3 inches by 3 inches. This second piece of DSP, I adhered to the white cardstock to give it a little more stability. And then I went ahead using those dies, and they hit the floor. So I went ahead and die cut this out ahead of time so that it's ready to go. Using those same dies, I went ahead and grabbed a piece of crumb cake and one of the smaller circles and die cut this one. Okay, then we need our scrap piece for our stamped image. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and stamp our image on here so that it is drying and ready to go when we do this card. So again, taking Pretty Peacock for this one, inking up the stamp, and now I'm going to take, oh, I think I just bumped the camera, sorry guys. We're going to ink it up and press and hold it for a second and allow the ink to transfer. So there we go. Our image is right there, and I'm not going to punch it out yet, but we're going to set that aside to dry. Now, let's work on our card front. We are going to take this 4 inch by 5 1/4 piece of DSP, put adhesive on it, and this is going to go on the front of here. Okay? Then I need to take that circle, and this is going to be cut out of the front of our card. And so I like to lay my piece on there, and then I like to take double stick tape and put adhesive on there to hold it in place. And then I need to bring in my stamp, cut, and emboss machine. And we're going to put this on our machine and put our die on it and our piece of paper and put our cover plate on and crank this through the machine. Okay, there we go. I'm going to double check it. Yes, it cut through. Okay, yep, double checking. Okay, whoops, I keep bumping the camera today. Sorry, guys. So now I'm going to take this, okay, and this piece is extra. This one that you just took out of the front of your card, that's extra. You can set that aside for another project, okay? So now I'm going to take my machine and set it aside, okay? And this is our card front now. So now what I'm going to do is this piece that I have folded, the Z fold, this, I want my Z fold on the right hand side. I'm going to take this 1/2 inch strip of DSP that I cut that coordinates with the front of my card. Put adhesive on here, and this one is going to go at the bottom of the inside of my card. The reason I'm doing that is because, see, this one is off just slightly. So now I can take my snips and cut that off, okay? If you glue that into your card first and then put your strip on it, if it's too long, you can't adjust it, right? Because it's already attached. Okay, so now we're going to take this Z fold, and again, I want to burnish it, make sure it's laying flat. That's actually this one that's not cooperating. Okay, we're going to flip it over. I need to put adhesive on this side. Okay, and then this one, with it closed, is going to get centered in the inside of your card, okay? So now it's attached to your card, right? So this is what it looks like, okay? So with that folded, we're going to close that. Now you can see that, right? Not for long. Remember that white piece and the other DSP that I glued together and die cut earlier? We are going to hold this flat. You can see where that score line is, where the fold is. So now I'm going to put some adhesive just on that half, which would be your right hand half. And then I'm going to put that circle right back through the opening. Okay? And then give that glue just a second to dry. Okay? Everybody with me so far? Okay, now we're coming back to this image that we had stamped, and I'm going to use my punch, and we're going to punch that out. Okay, and now I'm going to put adhesive on the back of this one, and this is going to go in the middle of this crumb cake one. Okay. And now we need dimensionals on the back of this. And so I'm going to flip this over, and I am going to put 3 dimensionals on this one. Okay. Then this, again, I like to use my tweezer so I can eyeball it. This circle is going to go in the middle of the circle that is in there. And see, when you open it, it stays to the inside. That is your fun fold. Is that cool or what? Now let's decorate a little bit. I have my bow. I took 2 7-inch lengths of the linen thread and held them together to tie my bow. So now I'm looking for a glue dot. And I wad up my glue dot and put it on the knot of my bow. And then this is going to go up here on our card like so. And then we just need our embellishments. And we are going to do the darker green, which we're going to do one here. And now we're going to go to the smaller ones. Do one up here. Oh, smaller ones, Kristen. And one over here, like so. There you go. How was that for a fun fold? Pretty easy, huh? Okay. So that is card number 3. So you could go ahead and decorate this up more. It's all up to you how much you want to decorate it. Okay? I wanted to keep it simple. So let's go back to our cards. Again, card number 1, right out of the catalog. Card number 2, the inspiration came from the catalog, but I changed the designer series paper and how I decorated it. And then card number 3 is our fun fold. What do you guys think? Which card is your favorite? Let me know. I love to see. Hey, Dawn, how are you? I love to see which card is your favorite. I hope you've enjoyed the cards, the projects that I've shared with you today. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. Also, just a reminder, if you'd like to come to any classes, let me know. I'd love to have you here. And don't forget, August 5th is when a lot of things change online as far as new products, new projects, last chance, refresh, all the things. So check it out August 5th. Don't forget the 25 through 27 in color items will be 15% off starting August 5th through the end of the month. But don't wait till the end of the month, because if something sells out, it's going to be gone. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Have a great week, and I will see you next Friday, right? I think I have one more Friday. Do I? Do I have one more Friday? I don't have my calendar in front of me. I think I do. So, yeah. Okay, guys. Have a great week, and we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.